didn't take nearly as long as I hoped because, well, he was kind of in a poetic place. Yeah, let's not discuss that. I think you said it best, Alex. Embarrassing. Not prepared. Not prepared. But, what can you do? All right, you can prepare. All right, so with that said, you've managed to fjord the river, and that pretty much kind of brings an end to your day. Because that was the hours until 8 hours.
So
actually, you're at hour 9. The sun is setting. The fog is kind of persisting. You've still got your box. You managed to scramble the cube.
Yeah.
And here you sit here, softly misting. And seems growing more transparent with the moment.
By the moment? What happens if I put the box down?
Nothing in effect to the mist coming off of you.
Oh.
Or your semi-transparent state.
What
are you going to do?
Have a go at solving the box?
Ah, yes. Simple disc puzzle. Intelligence or less.
Okay. Hey, made it.
Alright. Easy enough to solve the combination. It's just putting a series of discs into a particular arrangement. What is interesting is the final arrangement. It seems to be, once again, this bas relief kind of, embroidered onto it. Not embroidered, but what the hell do they call it? Anyway, it's 3D.
Okay. Emboss? No?
I guess that's kind of what it is. I don't know. I need to dictionary.
Engrave?
Yeah, real soon I need a dictionary. When it all fits together correctly, it depicts skulls intertwined with snakes. And in very old script that you recognize from your ancient history trainings, the letters EA. It's in the game.
You just had to, didn't you? Oh, God. You just had to. EA, it's a game.
Watch, now I'll get a copyright takedown for using their name without their consent.
For everything else, there's MasterCard.
Yeah, it's a stupid company. It needs to go away. Give the smaller companies a chance. Buy from the devs. It's worth it. You'll be playing it the next 8 years and never figure out what you're even doing.
Because you're worth it. Right.
Okay, so.
EA.
And the box pops open. Yes. A full half of the box, all the way across, basically the whole bottom of the box, halfway deep, is a stone tablet. Hence the weight.
Yeah.
On top of it is what appears to be kind of like you'd call it like a silk handkerchief. Oversized. And folded within that it's about 6 inches long. Appears to be made of some form of black substance, feels almost glassy, but is opaque. Tipped with a green metal that wraps itself around the wand.
A wand. Okay.
The tablet has been carefully inscripted with runes of old. Intelligence check. This is actually kind of an easy one, so +2, so you basically can't screw it up unless you roll a natural 20.
Okay. Yeah.
You recognize these symbols. It's less rune and more pictograph. Exactly the same style of writing or communication or record keeping as you saw en masse in the walls of the pyramid at the Tar Lake on the island.
Hmm.
The tablet before you was likely written by the hands of a diarist. And either carried here from the island or something.
Okay. What's in the other half of the box?
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah, lower half was filled with the tablet, and then you had the
upper half handkerchief.
mhm,
I thought the
with the
handkerchief was on
wand
top of the tablet.
that seems to be yeah, it was.
Right, I'm with you. Okay. Nice. What's really significant about the tablet besides it's got some runes on it?
They're meticulously written. Each one's probably no more than a quarter-inch by quarter-inch. You didn't
But
see
what?
this kind of fine detail anywhere in the pyramid. It was always like whole walls depicting.
That's weird. I don't understand how this is useful to me.
You never understand how things are useful. That's what
No.
mysteries are.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
To be solved.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Nah, the thing
Right.
that always bummed me out about Scooby-Doo was all the ghosts were bunk.
Oh, yeah.
Which they were trying to make a point, that 99.999999999% of the time there's a really good chance that the ghost is bunk. And if it does turn out to be real, well, you probably don't want to be there anyway.
Because you'd lose levels.
Because then you'll end up some Blair Witch standing in the corner dead kind of thing.
Yeah. Like on the boat. Hmm. Fair enough. So in the meantime, I'm turning ethereal.
You have no idea. You're turning transparent.
Hmm.
All right, so you guys are setting up your camp because it's hour 9.
Okay. Can I do my casting before I go to sleep?
What casting you planning on? Takes about an
Healing.
hour, by the way, for you to set up the camp.
I wanted to heal myself. That's all.
How much damage you got?
I'm on 12 health out of 32, so I've got 20 points of damage.
Yeah, go ahead and I would go ahead and cast whatever heal spells you got. Then make Constitution check. Got to remember, it's between -20 and -30 Fahrenheit, depending on what time, because of the fogs and the cold.
Oh no.
It's assumed you're adequately dressed, so the check has no penalty, despite the hideous cold and the snow and everything else.
Sorry, I just lost a bag. I'm bringing it back. Cure light wounds. I've got that twice.
Yeah, 3 castings a day per, remember.
I know, but I've got 2 left. That's what I'm saying. 2 castings left. That's 9. 2.
So 13 points recovered?
And then I've got my moderate wounds.
That's 1d10, isn't it?
I've got that 5 times, so it should be good. 2.
There you go. Well done.
And again. 10. That'll put me up to 32. So, I'm all done with my casting. Is Dorian hurt, or is he alright?
Dorian is pretty damn injured still from the dragon fight, but that was like 2 days ago.
Is he healed at all?
I assumed you probably did some healing the last 2 days on the boat while you were returning to Icegriff.
It's up to you to track it down.
Well, I can't remember if we did or not, so since I'm doing kind of a soft reset on several of the storylines, we'll just go with it. So put yourself full hit points.
I am, yep.
Alright. And as you and Dorian are sitting down, he's pulling out some jerked meat, always great for the road. When the scene just kind of changes. Well, you know this. A day has passed, and you're standing in front of the captain's door. Captain Garvin had woken you up for a conference, wants to meet with you alone. You're having a strong sense of deja vu as you approach the door. What are you going to do? Back on the boat, standing before the captain's door. You remember waking up, kinda? You're not sure. That could have been yesterday. Was it yesterday? Is this a new day? You're still feeling kind of groggy, like maybe you got some sleep, slow brain, but...
Do my spells get reset?
You can't remember if you had breakfast or not. Doesn't seem as if you prayed yet because you were woken up for the meeting. Almost like you thought you did this yesterday. What are you going to do?
Well, I'd like to know if my spells got reset, if I recharge them or not.
You haven't had a chance to pray today.
Well, it's usually on sleep, isn't it, really?
No, it seems as if your spells are exactly as they are.
Oh, fair. Okay. Well, I'll knock on the door.
Alright. Come. Open the door, Garvin's there.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Hey, Garvin.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
Okay. I'll sit down.
Garvin has kind of a weird look on his face. For a second.
Gavin, isn't it?
Yeah. And then just kind of shakes it off. Well, now that you're here, I wanted you to do something for me. I'm going to need you to take a small team of sailors onto a longboat. And then I'm going to need you to go overland. We're approaching Icegriff Island. I'm going to harbor offshore. You'll go ashore with some men. And I'm going to need you to go get certain supplies from the city while the men set up a camp and start doing some logging to replace the masts. Under no circumstances must you allow our presence to be known to the locals. You understand?
Uh-huh.
Good man, good man. Well, get your provisions together.
Okay.
And be off as quickly as possible. About 2 hours later, as the guys are loading stuff on the boat, you're like, you must have dreamed this.
Right. Okay. Huh.
As you say, as you guys pull into the shore, no old lady, no box, just, you're waiting for it. You're like, wait, fog's going to part, and there's going to be an old lady. And the sailors look at you weirdly as the fog doesn't part, and you guys touch ashore.
Oh. Do I have the wand with me in the box?
What luck? One of the sailors says. Looks like somebody's been here before, boys. He points to some ropes next to a waterfall leading up to the top and the beginnings of what appears to be a rigging system for handling stuff down the cliffside.
Right.
Dorian's looking at you and he's like, "You've been looking weird all day today. Are you feeling weird today? I'm feeling weird today," he says, wink, wink. "I feel like I've done this
Uh-huh.
yesterday."
Maybe we shouldn't leave the boat, Dorian. Tomorrow. Nudge, nudge.
Well, and you do notice that you're misting again. Very
Yes.
faint right now.
Okay. I think we can get a lot done, Dorian, if we've got time on our hand.
Well, you can go the first 10 miles at 5 miles an hour.
There's
So it'll
no
only take
point doing
2
that,
hours this time.
unless we can
Dorian
plan.
points out, though, what do you mean? If we don't do anything, we're not going to go anywhere.
Exactly.
We'll just keep doing this same thing every day.
Exactly.
Until we run out of food, friend. He points out one day's jerky is missing out of his bag. Last night I had a dream that you and I got a fire started and we started eating some jerky, and then I guess I woke up because you were
Yeah.
telling me we needed to get a boat together.
Yeah.
Well, somebody ate my jerky.
Right.
There's something weird going on here, friend.
There is, and it's something to do with that boat. I can feel it.
Doesn't have anything to do with you, weird fishy man, does it?
If it did, I wouldn't know.
I see you playing with that little cube thing. Has that got anything to do with it?
Not that I'm aware of. It's never made me mist before. So, no mist coming out because of that.
Oh, a sailor grabs you on the shoulder. It'll be easy to get up the cliffs with them ropes in place. We're lucky.
Yeah, great. Can I have some more?
So, me and the boys are talking. We're going to set up the camp here. And then you and your ranger friend can go scouting the route to the town.
Sure can. Yep. Great.
He's gonna start detailing the routes that he sees fit based on some of the charts that he saw and the way the river comes down, and he starts going into like the 3 routes that we discussed earlier.
Yeah. Can I get some extra ropes off this sailor?
Extra rope's not so much a thing, but they could probably spare about 50 feet.
That would be good. Because I can get 50 feet tomorrow.
There's a finite amount of rope, so it's just more rope you'll have to buy and bring back. It's not that the thing is repeating. You guys are repeating. So eventually you run out of food and water and die.
Right.
And that's a one-way trip.
Yeah. Maybe not then. I'm just trying to think of how much progress I can get done in this amount of time, because I've got a chance to replay it. Which is
Well, as I
really
said,
odd.
you can go the first 10 miles at 5 miles an hour, so that'll only take 2 hours. You'll have to fjord the river again. Same chances as last time, basically. Only no intelligence check in the middle. Just 2 strength checks on Dorian's part. Which translates out to a 17 or less for him, which I think we got that.
I'm overthinking things. Most likely.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So, what are you going to do?
I'm trying to be clever. I don't think I should be. I think I should just go with it. So we'll go with it.
Well, you can try clever. It's just got to see how it turns out. You have no idea what's happening, as far as I can tell.
So I can't be clever if I don't know what's going on.
You can try and push the boundaries. Try and maybe determine what's going on by pushing the boundaries. But at this juncture, you really don't know what the boundaries are. You really have no idea what's going on, other than the fact that you're misting. And I don't mean lightly crying. I mean there's
and it's going on
mist
some
coming
time
off
of
of
the
you.
day. You know, it's got something to do with the time of the day, probably, or how long's passed. I've got a feeling it's something to do with that stupid boat.
Same sailor grabs you. So
What?
you should be off then before the day gets too warm.
You've got a job to do. Leave me to do mine.
Fair enough. As you continue standing on the beach, just staring into the fog. What am I? What am I?
Yeah, I'm just like, fuck off.
Bride of the sea. What am I?
Let's get that boat, that one that we came ashore with.
That one, yeah, it's there.
Yep, I'm going back to the boat.
Hey, where you going? The sailor asks. We need that to go get more men.
Not gonna answer. I'm just gonna go. Just gonna go.
All right. You find
Taking
yourself
the boat.
back at the boat.
Am I misting?
Yes.
Fuck. I thought it was like a clock that reset every time I left the boat. Oh god. Right.
Day passed. Hour
Alright.
1 woke up. Hour 2 got organized. Hour 3 made it to shore. Hour 4 discussed with the guys and turned back and went to the boat. Hour 5 back to shore.
Right.
Okay. Most of the day's gone. By the time you pull in, the sailors are most confused by your actions.
Yeah.
We really probably should be following the captain's orders.
Yep, that's what I was
And the
doing.
longer they're here, the longer the chance that somebody might discover us. And the captain, he wants to maintain low key.
Yeah, so keep your heads down and stop shouting at me. I'm gonna go do my thing now. All right.
All right. So, you and Dorian.
Just go hide in the corner somewhere.
It'll take you 2 hours to make the 10 miles that you made the prior day. Because remember, you're not at 2 miles an hour, you're at 5.
Right.
So you can get to your old campground in a couple hours.
What happens if we go the other way?
I don't know. What way do you want to go?
Oh, let's go. Instead of west, let's go east.
All right. Gonna have to blaze a new trail.
Yeah. Blaze a new trail.
The sailor? Excuse me. I think the town's that way, he says, pointing. I think going the opposite direction's only going to make it more difficult to bring the supplies back.
We're going round the mountain, see? I'm the navigator.
You know, I think maybe we'll send out a couple of my boys here. Why don't you stay here at camp with me and help me build a fire? I think the waves have gone to your head, friend.
Did the captain put you in charge?
Oh, I think he did when you start spending most of the day gallivanting around in the boat and then going the opposite direction. Seems like you're not following orders to me. What do you think, boys? He says to the other 5 sailors. Yeah. It's good they sent some of us along with you. You've always been a bit dodgy.
Fine, we'll just go near. We'll go that way. Doesn't matter. We'll just go that way. Fuck it. We'll go this way then.
All right, climbing up the ropes with the sailors looking at you.
Yeah.
He's a weird one, isn't he? Well, he's a priest to the bride. They've always been a little weird. You hear as you crest the cliff.
Yeah.
Dorian is like, what are you doing, friend?
What's your
First,
suggestion?
you eat my jerky while I'm sleeping.
That's
And then you waste most of our day. Somebody ate my jerky. I actually don't think it was you.
I think it was you.
Oh, you think I ate my jerky in my sleep?
Yes.
He says. Hey, look at this. Wait a minute. Dorian leans down to the ground. Just kind of, anytime you make an inquiry for the next few minutes, he just kind of shh. And he's poking around. I'll let you make the roll for him.
Okay.
16 or less. Actually, 18 or less.
Right.
On D20, obviously.
18.
Okay, so he does manage to confirm. As he pokes around for a minute, he's like, hey, friend. These are our footprints. He's pointing to a path going right off the way you would choose if you were going this way. Like you did yesterday? Or was that a dream? You're not sure. You're pretty confident it was yesterday, unless you're eating the beef jerky at night and casting spells at night. That would be bad. Holla, fireball! Like in that airships game I like to play, the whole barracks. Then the ship falls out of the sky in flames. Yeah.
Well.
These are our tracks. We've been here before, for sure. Yesterday. Yesterday was real. We did eat the beef jerky. We both ate it. I knew I wasn't eating jerky in my sleep.
So what's your idea to get out of this mess?
I guess we better push forward.
What's the point? We'll end up back where we started.
Then we're going to have to move faster, he says.
I tried moving in the opposite direction and you questioned me. I tried going back to
I
the
didn't
boat,
question you. The sailors questioned you.
You just said I acted weird
Seems
all
as
day.
if they doesn't entirely trust your friend. Might be time to renew their trust by doing another one of your weird blessing rituals like you did that one day.
We don't need to renew the trust.
Yeah, you do, because
it's gonna be tomorrow
they're
and
superstitious
they're gonna forget
sailors.
about it.
Yeah, they might. Who knows?
We'll see.
You never bothered asking one of the sailors, didn't we do this yesterday?
Yeah, well. They seemed awfully surprised by the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they're aware.
Or they're good actors, Dorian says, and starts walking the trail. This will be easy, at least the first few miles.
Yeah,
as he crunches through the snow.
We're not going to get further than we were yesterday. With the time that we have left today. Why don't you get some food going for us? What can you hunt around here? Dorian. We need some supplies if we're going to be doing this.
We've got some supplies. You just don't want to walk. Get moving. Let's go. Trudges on.
Fine.
2 hours later, hour 7, you guys reach your campground.
Okay.
Well, it's already set up, so it's much easier for him to get the fire going.
Mm-hmm.
Small fire, just, because we're trying to lay a little low here.
Shouldn't we keep going?
At this juncture, you don't seem...
We both have endurance.
You're becoming semi-transparent, but it seems as if not quite as much as yesterday. However, it is hour 7, sunset. Getting very close. Another hour isn't going to do you a whole lot of good, because the next span is through untrekked 2 mile per hour.
There we go, untrekked. So we'll trek it.
Well, best to do that in the morning, Dorian says, all at once, because we're going to have to fjord another river. according to
Can't
your
we
map
reach
here.
the river?
That's another, what,
It's not
2, 3
far.
hours away? 2, 3 hours. We'll be walking in the
Hmm.
dark.
Are you any good at that?
I could get by. Makes
Let's
life a little
try
bit
it.
more dangerous.
You could endure it, right? I can endure it. I've got some bonus there. Let's see, we try it.
It's a better part of... You're pretty close to about 10 miles, so about 5 hours we'll get to the river.
Mm-hmm. I got my little torch going. Haven't I?
And after dark, I'm going to have to half your movement.
It's fine.
So
It's
we're
fine.
now looking at a lot longer. Exactly why are you
Okay.
trying to push through the night, Dorian says. In
But you said
untrekked
let's
land.
go further.
Well, we made it to our campground.
Yeah.
I
we
can't
did.
help it if you spent half the day going back to the boat.
No, but we can make up for it.
Exactly. By getting a nice early start tomorrow on the path.
You're very insistent, Dorian, but I'm going to listen to you because you seem wise.
And also, if we push on, we're just risking getting lost in the dark. Falling in the ocean in the dark because we're lost. Not that I don't trust our skills, but due to the fog, it could be bad.
Alright. I'm either go, go, go or not at all. You know me. We'll sit down, go sleep then.
Yeah, at 1 mile an hour, you wouldn't reach the river until morning.
Okay. We won't then.
After going all night.
Okay. Right. So, do we actually get a full night's sleep or do we wake up at the door again?
Dorian sets up a little bit of a camp, as in a place to throw down blankets where the snow and wind won't hurt you so bad, a lean-to, if you will. And while doing that, you notice that you just keep misting and growing more transparent.
Great.
You unroll your blanket and cannot believe that the first mate is waking you up so fucking early. You just set your bed. Maybe because you were on watch or something. You can't quite remember. Captain Garvin wants to see you in his cabin right away, sailor.
Yep. I know.
Oh, did somebody tell you? Somebody been listening in on our conversations.
Just had a feeling.
The cycle repeats, and you find yourself on shore after the boat hits and the men are going to break up and look how lucky we are. Ropes.
Uh-huh. Yay,
And
great.
a camp. Looks like a camp that was recently used with some extra wood.
Great. Let's go, Dorian. We'll go your way today, yeah? We'll do what you want to do today.
We're going to push on, buddy, and we're going to see how far we can get this time.
Alright.
He's like, I'm with you. I understand what's going on.
You do?
And it may...
'Cause I don't.
We seem to be resetting. I feel like it. Deja vu 2 days in a row. I'm missing more jerky. I remember talking to you about that yesterday.
Yep.
And we walked. Then we argued about making camp. Because you wanted to push into the dark like some crazy fool.
Had a light.
Great.
Says the Brit. Had a light. Let's go.
Okay, so hour 1 you get your mission. Hour 2 you set up boat. Hour 3 you land. The first 10 miles can be covered in 2 hours. Checking to see if
Yay.
anything finds you. No. So far, so
Ooh.
good. All right, now at this point, you drop back down to 2 miles an hour, and Dorian would like to push for 5 hours and get another 10 miles out of the way. Because that's just more area. He says as he starts trudging through the waist-deep snow, it's more trail that we can cover after we get reassigned this shit mission tomorrow by the captain. Trudging away. Some parts you can walk on top of the crust of the snow. Other parts you have to trudge through the snow. It varies in depth. You guys do have some kind of snowshoey things. They're not pro by any means. More or less 2x4s tied to your feet. And again, the ground it's under snow. And where the brackens and weeds are, if they're not impeding you directly by getting tangled and being a mess and having to be chopped aside, they're causing the snow underneath to be unsteady, thus causing you to sink deeper and having to trudge out of that. Terrible conditions all around. And as you're going, you're stamping out a permanent trail, or trying a semi-permanent trail. Better hope it doesn't snow in the next few days. Otherwise, you'd be doing it all again. Weather sense?
Yep.
-4, because remember, the fogs interfere with your ability to see cloud fronts.
Oh.
-2, the fogs are lightning.
Okay.
As I said, it's like lightening. Yeah, as
I know.
Getting lighter.
So it's a -3 for wisdom, then.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, wrong one. This one. So, 15 or less.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it. Sort of. 13, yeah. Check it, the dice ain't broken.
Tomorrow, your thinking is going to be basically clear, as in it'll be thick tendrils of fog, then with nothing in between. You expect you'll see the sun for the first time in a while. Day after that might be a bit questionable.
Okay.
That's all you can determine at this point.
So where are we on this trail right now?
You're going to be approaching the second river here in just a minute.
Right.
Okay, so you guys go another 10 miles. Takes 5 hours.
Yeah.
Bringing you to after nightfall. You reach the river.
At night. Great. Huh. I stand looking at the water's edge. Look back at Dorian. What happens if we get all the way there, make the trade, carry everything back, and then it resets? No, I have to do it again.
Hey! As you're saying that to Dorian, shaking your shoulder, it's the first mate. Hey! Captain wants to see you in his cabin.
Right. Okay.
Dorian, make a charisma check. Dorian's charisma is 15. 15 or less.
Your character.
Your roll.
Your character.
Roll it. 15 or less.
15.
Barely. He may have pissed off a few of them, but Dorian basically stands up. "Oh, you salty dogs, we're going to do the captain's will as quickly as possible. You row like there's no tomorrow." And he yells at them the entire time to get to shore an hour earlier.
Oh, God.
As he's stepping off onto the all too familiar rocky shore, he just kind of gives you a grin. I'll show you how to push the boundaries. Oh, hey, look, boys. There's some ropes already in place. Looks like me and Magpie will get on our way then. And he starts going up the rope ladder, which is now a rope ladder. The camp on the beach has been set. Matter of fact, looks like it was used so recently that some of the embers are still smoldering in the beach fire. Up top, looks like they're putting together a pretty nice little rigging system. They'll have to swing the goods out, and that'll be questionable, and then they're going to attempt to lower them down using pulley brought from the ship and some trees and a little bit of sailor engineering. Oh, and look. Looks like somebody already beat a path through the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take you long to determine that you probably did that.
Mm-hmm. Damn it.
4 hours later,
Mm.
you stand at the banks of the river.
What, 1 and 2?
Second river. I forgot to get your rolls for the first river. My bad. We don't retro. And here it is. This river's about half as wide, twice as deep. So you're looking at about 6 foot deep at its deepest part, 50 foot wide.
Mm.
That's a problem. I can't swim, Dorian says.
No.
But you can, he says, handing you his sinew rope.
Uh-huh.
He climbs a little ways up a tree, ties the rope off.
You know, I'm not very good at it.
And with those ice floes, it looks like it's going to be exceptionally dangerous. I wish you
Yes.
good luck and the blessings of the bride.
I'm not very strong, Dorian.
And I'm going to stand on shore and use your rope to tie off to. As he ties off your rope, then ties you off. Good luck. Swim across, tie the rope across. Up high on a tree. If you lose your way, I'll pull you back. Or we'll both dump into the stream and that'll be fun. But we'll see how that all turns out.
Right.
It's getting dark. You better go.
Okay, going. Jesus. Right, strength checks. Oh my god, I've got 10 strength. Oh dear.
Well, and with your +2, that gives you a 12.
Call upon...
I was going to say, would you like to call upon faith?
I do have it. Yeah. I would like to call upon faith.
Bless me, drowned bride, as I go into your embrace as you enter the frigidly cold make Constitution check. Ice-strewn waters to swim across.
I'm only 10 in Constitution.
Ooh, that hurts. First, make your swimming check. That'd be 15 or less with the blessings of the drowned bride upon you.
Okay. Let me just take a count off. It's killing me that these spells aren't recharging. Right. 15 or less.
Uh-huh.
Well, I failed that. 19.
Uh-oh. You're being swept down the stream. You have one chance to save yourself, and then it's all Dorian. This check is at -4. So it'd be, without the blessings of the queen of the bride, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, or less. You made it! Alright, you managed to pull yourself on shore. Dorian was bracing. Oh, there he goes, as he saw you get swept downstream, but you managed to come across the shallow part. That gives you enough footing to reset and get back in, and across you go.
Like a fish.
There you go, like a fish boy. Getting across. Short work later, you've tied off Dorian's rope.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem for him to come shimmying across. So I'm going to write down that that's across River 2.
I mean, I'll put number 1, number 2 on the map for you.
Uh-huh.
If that helps.
That brings you to, it's about hour 6 now.
I'm cold.
Yeah, you think?
Right. So now I'm over.
You seem to not be melting as fast today, you're noticing.
Wish it was bloody
Like,
freezing.
you're 6 hours in, and you're still pretty solid. Not as fadey as you usually are by this time. We really got to figure out something about that first river, Dorian says. We really haven't tied a rope across it. The second one, at least we got a rope across. My rope. You're going to buy me a new rope. I want a rope like yours.
I've got two.
It's so smooth and sensual against my skin.
Oh my goodness. Take one out of my bag and never say that again.
That's a scene from The Simpsons. They cut to Abu, the convenience store guy.
Yeah.
And he's tied up to a chair and he's like, "Oh, I got robbed for the 4th time this week. But this time the robbers used silk hand ties. It's so smooth and sensual against my skin." Poor Abu. They're actually canceling that character because of social justice. It's like, what? No, come on now.
He was amazing. I loved Abu. He was so cool.
It's sad.
And they had like 11 children or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
I like the character because I identified with it. I have a local store owner here who bought a convenience store, and he kind of fits that stereotype, so to speak.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Used to go in and call him.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's from Nepal, actually, which is fascinating because, interesting. So I'm always asking him silly questions about where he comes from and how life is there.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Convenience store Joe.
Best way to find out about different cultures is ask people who live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's told me some interesting stories. Definitely a different place than here. But moving right along. So you've managed to fjord the second river tied off a rope. That'll make it a lot easier to do next time. And now you're facing an uphill climb into icy island mountain depth heights.
I was serious, about one of the ropes. I mean, Dorian can have one. I'll take it out my sheet.
And we're going to have to secure about 100 feet of rope to get across that river next time. When we wake up tomorrow, he says, remember that.
Well, I've given him 50 feet of my silk rope now for his bag. Yeah?
Alright.
So add that on. And also, them invulnerability potions, did you add them to his character sheet?
I do have those, yes.
Okay, good.
Very useful, those.
Yeah, and there was... Yeah, that's what we gave him, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking what else I gave him. Can't think. Never mind.
If we walk for 2 hours in the dark, we could get another 10 miles out. Dorian says.
Yeah, and you told me not to walk in the dark.
That's because we want to make sure that it gives us a good 10-mile area that we can chalk off the map, not a 1-mile area. If we push on, we'll be about halfway up that mountain.
Alright.
Conditions up there aren't going to be nice, he says. We're going to be out in open rock. It's open face rock up that high. But you're going to avoid the worst of the very, very, very thick and overgrown forest. It's just going to continue along the bracken to the base of the hill and up. I have to cross a couple of boulder fields. Yeah, we may have to spend a day doing that. But 2 hours to chalk off another 10 miles.
Fair enough.
Thus putting you about here. at the high point. And then it'll be a descent into a little valley, then over another. It's more of an escarpment than it is a mountain. And then into the town. That's what you're at least hoping happens, so let's find out. As you guys are trudging through the night, make a navigation check. Actually, navigation won't help you too much. You can't really see the stars, so it's going to have to be Dorian's direction sense. Unless you got direction sense.
I don't have direction sense.
Yeah, Dorian's got it. Wisdom +1, 17 or
so
less.
I can't use astrology either.
15 or less with the night penalty and the snow and all that. 15 or less. Just make sure you guys don't go off course.
Can you roll it? Because I'm looking something up.
I can. 15 or less. 13. Got it. Guys maintain course and end at the top of the mountain, basically. It's gonna make for a cold night.
So, we've got, both of us, me and Dorian, have the endurance skill proficiency. A character with endurance proficiency is able to perform continual, strenuous physical activity for twice as long as a normal character before becoming subject to the effect of fatigue and exhaustion. In those cases where extreme endurance is required, a successful proficiency check must be made.
Yes, what's your point?
Is this extremely strenuous, pulling a full marathon over the cross country?
In effect.
Is this helping endurance skill?
And you could double it, but that'll cause you to move at night. When you guys are moving at night, you're getting a horrible diminishing return. 1 mile per hour means to cover the same distance, it's going to take 10 hours.
I'm just wondering if there's something that we could be doing for endurance which could be aiding us, as in it's like a skill that we're not using, which could be helping.
It is, and you're not using it because as you wake up, the first mate tells you that the captain needs to see you urgently.
Again, I wasn't fading. Damn it. Fine.
Oh, by the time you guys got settled at the top of the mountain, you were most certainly fading. Anyway, give me a moment, and I'll be right back. Dorian, make charisma check before I go.
What's that?
Dorian, make a charisma check as he starts barking at the sailors to hurry the fuck up. He's going to start that on deck when they're loading. He starts riding them. Get that loaded, load that, load this, get that ready, go, row. And
Got a 10.
Only takes 2 hours to get to shore. As you come bumping up on shore at top speed and scraping along the rocks because of the high speed that Dorian's been pushing him to until the last moment. Alright, I'll be right back.
Hmm. Wow.
Alright, I'm back. I'll have to close up sometime soonish. I got the dinner thing gonna be happening very soon. But,
Can always come back after dinner if you want to.
might be a possibility. We'll see
Hmm.
what the dinner has to be. I may have to go out. Because we ain't got shit in the house. Alright,
Order
moving
a
right along.
Chinese. I did last night.
Had
And it was
takeout
good.
yesterday, did pizza. Okay,
Have
so,
again.
no, moving right along. So, all the more reason to push along. So, next morning, you guys managed to reach the shore in a very record-breaking 2 hours.
Almost as if the Hulk was pushing the boat. Yep.
Dorian, close enough.
Yeah.
So, you guys come crashing ashore, and what luck. There's like some extra firewood, and look at that, a
Wow.
nice, well-secured rope ladder, and yeah, it's looking pretty good here at the campground that apparently was left by other people.
Can probably get repairs started because all that log's already chopped up. Isn't that lovely?
You guys have 30 miles that you can cover at,
Hmm.
what was it, 5 miles an hour.
Should be higher than that now with Dorian.
And
And his
fording the
endurance
river,
and my endurance. Yep.
yeah, that doesn't apply to how fast you move.
No, it doesn't.
So, and if you guys weren't fading out, you'd be able to actually push yourself through the night.
Hmm. Okay.
But it seems as if you've got this problem where you fall asleep and wake up on the boat. First couple of times, confusing. Now you're starting to figure out that there's something pulling you back. Meanwhile, back at that first river, that's the one that's going to be a bit of a problem. Because you haven't tied anything off yet. 2 strength checks from Dorian. 17 or less.
Oh, sorry. I just went blub blub blub, and you said, "Seems like you guys have this problem where you're fading out."
Yep. And that seems to be
And then
holding
my
you back.
headset
Yeah.
died.
So, you're at the first river.
Yeah.
There's no rope in place there, so you guys have to make the old strength check for you to cross it. And that would be
Right.
17 or less, 2 of them for Dorian.
Dorian, get the rope out.
You guys got 100 feet to tie off,
I have another 50 feet in my bag, and I gave him 50 feet yesterday.
so that would be 100. You guys will be without rope.
Well,
At least will be tied off.
what do you think, Dorian? Be without rope and be tied off or not?
2 strength checks. Ooh, almost slips into the river, and then makes it across.
Yay.
And yes, that would leave you guys with no ropes,
Okay.
but it'll be a little easier to fjord that tomorrow.
Okay. And keep going.
So let's see. 5 and 30 is 6. 6 hours to make your way down the path,
Hmm.
up to the top of the mountain, check for encounter during that 6 hours as you guys are making your way across the mountain there. Nothing? Dorian points out that it looks like some people have been through here. Like, right around here-ish.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Seemed like they were
close?
coming around the mountain and up into the woods following along the river. Small group. About 6 people.
People?
Looks that way,
Are
yeah.
you sure?
Yeah.
Do you need
boots.
5 minutes? Boots, okay. What do you think?
Don't know. It's not like the island's abandoned.
Well, no, but do you think it's worth following or not?
That's up to you, friend.
Like, you're the tracker.
Yeah, I can track them. Not too hard in the snow. And they weren't taking any steps to conceal their tracks.
Did they have anything with them? Were they trailing something? Were they carrying anything? How
Unknown.
deep are the footprints?
Unknown.
How big are the feet? Are they human size?
That's why I guess it's people.
Okay.
But orcs can wear boots too. And orcs are about human size.
We'll just keep going, I think.
Goblins would have little feet. Alright, so he begins
Dorian
listing
picks me up
different
by a
foot
foot.
sizes as you guys push on. Alright, so what did we say to get there? 30 at 5, 6 hours.
You said 6 hours, yeah. And then you said we were here-ish. And...
Up the top of the hill, this is a pretty high escarpment. So, in between the fog drifts, you can definitely see that, yep, you got to make your way down into a valley. So that's going to require dex checks, 2 of them, as you come down the steep slopes for the next several miles. Rock, slope, little drop-offs, occasional cliff.
I'm bad at that, but yeah, okay.
We'd have to go 5 hours. 6. It's sunset now, meaning 1 mile per hour. So that, again, that return doesn't help us a whole lot. I think we should push on.
Alright, we'll do it.
Yeah, you're only semi-transparent-ish right now.
Okay.
Dorian's suggesting you guys push on another 5 hours.
In
the dark. You could try to get your full 2 mile per hour, but it'll affect your navigation checks. And chance of mishap increases.
No, it's not worth it because my deck sucks. So, let's go for it. As long as we're moving. "13 in dexterity." Yeah, I know. Literally, everything went into intelligence and wisdom, and the rest of it just got shit out. Basically. That's what happened to it.
Okay, so far, you've gone 35 miles have been trailed, basically.
Yeah.
And you guys pushed on an extra 5 hours. This is where your endurance checks would start to happen, but this is where Dorian's going to bring it to a close. We're lucky enough that we stayed on course and that we're still alive.
Oh.
And that puts you guys right about here. So you got about 10. Should be about 20 here. Then up the hill. Let's remark this. There we go. So that's about as far as you've been able to go. So about 10, 20, 35. Not bad. The line matches about where you are. As you guys are setting up camp in the valley, the drift happens.
No. Again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
2 hours later,
Yeah.
on shore,
Yeah.
gonna make your way along your trail.
Yeah.
So you can go 35 miles at 5 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7 hours, right? Yeah, 5 and 35, 7.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Can we
check.
double time it?
See if anything finds you. No. And double time? Yes.
Yeah.
Make an endurance check. Constitution.
Oh shit. Can I make a call?
It's
of full faith
-1
it?
for the first one.
How many are there?
It depends on how far you push.
Okay. Well, can I make a call of one faith?
I'll allow it. Why not?
Okay. So that's a bonus of how many is it? 2 or 3?
3.
3. Okay, so 13 or less. Or is it a -1?
-1. So let's see.
12 or
Dorian
less.
needs a 15 or less.
Oh, let Dorian do it then.
No, you got to make checks separately.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Uh-huh. It's based on your personal constitution. Dorian's all good to go. He's up and ready. Yeah. That's coffee.
Absolutely good to go. I'm jumping on one leg, jumping on the other. Ready. 2.
So you guys double time it.
Yeah.
To make it in 3.5 hours.
That was good timing. That was some real good timing.
Okay. That leaves you in the valley.
Wow. Okay.
Right around, you have to stop for half hour.
Yeah,
for
fair enough.
food and catch your breath a little bit. So far, you haven't encountered anything. And that's probably because, well, not a lot of people come to this part of the island even in good weather.
And we're 3.5 hours early.
All right.
whatever that
So,
was.
looks like you have another 10. We'll just call it 10. Round it off a little bit.
Yeah.
About 10 border of the town, looks like. So, you're looking at 10 miles, 5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Right. 5 hours. Alright. It's going to be a 9-hour trip, but we're going to be in the town, so it's worth it.
For a total of 11 hours.
11 hours?
Check of an encounter before.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You reach a town, nothing. Total opposite of nothing. It's just desolate and quiet out here.
Cool. Right.
As you come over the final crest and begin the descent down into the town, the fog lifts a bit, as it is definitely getting nightfall easily. It's probably actually a little past nightfall, but we'll give it to you anyway. And you get your first look at the town of Incheron. Looks like there's a central town area with business, central district, if you would.
Town
The,
square sort of thing.
the
Yeah.
buildings are mixed stone, basically like stacked and mortared stone, not shaped, just local stone that's been mildly shaped into place, and wood. The first thing that you begin to notice is that the town has a very old feeling. A lot of the buildings are sagged. A lot of the roofs have actual sod and growth upon them, moss clinging thickly to the walls, draping off of some of the eaves and balconies. A lot of vines covering the walls as well. Smaller towns spread out over a pretty wide area. You've got the central district, which is close to the ports, and it looks like several roads that lead off to several outlying farms. As you observe this, the sun goes down, you and Dorian push on, and that's where we're probably going to have to close it up for now, because that's a good place before we get hooked into stuff.
Just one more night.
Mm-hmm. So now you can do the entire distance at basically 5 miles an hour.
Cool. And if we double time it, we can get there in 4 hours?
So let's see, 5, and we'll just make a note of this and remember for next time. That it's 2 or 5, depending on if you're trailblazing or not. And yes, you can double time it, because we determined it's about a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 mile journey. That's what this is. And so it would normally take you 10 hours. At double time, you can do it in 5.
Cool.
And let me save the table. Let's see.
Very much a run around session. And repeat.
Well, yeah, there's definitely something going on, and as you said, something to do with the boat, maybe.
It's got definitely something to do with the boat, because we can't bloody leave the damn thing. Last time we tried to leave it, it pulled us back.
Dorian's kind of musing, as you guys are walking down towards the city. What if we end up like them?
Who?
He's kind of pointing back towards the sailors at the camp. What if we end up ignorant to the changing of the days? What if we forget or can't see it anymore? Because they seem to not notice anything going on. I think we're cursed, he says.
I think the boat's cursed, Dorian. Whatever's left of it.
And roll credits. And that'll be the end of this broadcast, so I'll just say it. As always, until next time, this is Permadeath Extraordinaire. Loving y'all.